Hello, we're back. It's been a while, about a couple months, I think. And just back to let you know I'm still kicking, still around. It's been an eventful couple of months. Had planned to set things up and actually did a few tries with this really old computer here um, to do a video back in May, early May, and too many glitches, too many dropouts, too many everythings. And there was something going on with the computer. There was a background app that was running, and just wasn't letting things go. So, after about an hour and a half of trying to put together a video, didn't work. So I just scrapped them all. Said, I'll come down tomorrow and I'll do another video. Well, the next day we were planning a barbecue. This was about 4 weeks ago, more than 4 weeks ago. So the end of May, actually. We're planning a barbecue and everything, and people are coming in and out of the back doors. And I have two cats and a dog in this house, and the two cats are they want to be around everybody. They're very affectionate. They're part Norwegian forest cats, so they're the male and female. They're brother sister. The the male of the two is ginormous. He's huge. He's about 35 inches from nose to tail. His sister is a little bit smaller, but they're both like, oh, I'm here, pet me, pet me, pet me, let's be cute. So they're not outdoor cats, they're indoor cats. And we had the screen open to the backyard, to the deck. And I went to get utensils for the barbecue. And so the cat got in my way on her way to going outside. And basically I tripped over her. And decided to throw myself at the wall on the floor. And I did. For those of you who ever played football, I did the best cross body block that I've done in 50 years. I remember practicing it when I was on the football team 10,000 years ago. I hit that wall wasn't going to score a touchdown. No way. But I also hit the wall with my ear and my shoulder, right? Ear and the shoulder on the right side. And my hip hit the floor. And that kind of shocked everybody in the room, which was everybody, including the dog and the two cats. Came away with a split ear. It's healed, so you can't really see it right now. But the top part was, I must have hit the quarter round on the wall, and the top part was just about cut right off. So, for those of you who are squeamish, my sincere apologies. It was cut, and it needed 12 stitches to put it back together. Hey, I played lots of sports. I played backcatcher in baseball. I was a goalie in hockey before they used masks back in the 60s. So I have lots of stitches in my face. The problem is when I tell people that, they go, where are the stitches? Well, they heal. I heal really, really well. So, I mean, I have stitches. I've got about, I would say, 40, 50 stitches in different places in my face. And I'll have sordid stories to tell you. I will put a disclaimer up there next time I talk about it. I should have done it this time. I also jammed my shoulder, and in doing so, I managed to completely tear a tendon in the shoulder. So I went to the doctor, had x-rays, had ultrasound, and this is about as high as I can lift my arm. That's an improvement. Because after for the first couple of weeks after the accident, I couldn't lift my arm at all. So this is an improvement. Out that hurt. Went to the guy, had X-ray, had ultrasound, and went to the doctor, and I said, okay, so what's happening? Well, he says, you have 6 different things going on with your shoulder. And 4 of them are arthritis, and 1 of them is a torn rotator cuff, and the other one is a completely torn tendon. Okay, arthritis I'm no stranger to. I currently am sitting here with about 3 different or 4 different kinds of arthritis in different parts of the body. But this is what happens when you get old, right? And some of you I know are now into your 40s and 50s, late 50s, and you're beginning to get this arthritis thing happening. I know it. Okay, wait, the best is yet to come. Guaranteed. And the hip, well, anyway, I went to the hospital, and they were afraid I'd broken something, a shoulder, a hip. Didn't break anything. But I pulled muscles left and right, and boy, for the next 2 weeks, and then my ear was all stitched up and bloody and everything, and so there went that opportunity to do a video, because I wasn't going to come on the video with my bandages on the ear and blood and all that other fun stuff. If I'm squeamishing you out, I apologize again. And I mean, I walk with a cane to begin with, and I was really walking with a cane. I could barely walk. Nothing wrong with the hip, just I pulled a bunch of muscles. Anyway, this is what happens when you get old. You know, I turned 68, which isn't old by a lot of standards, I suppose. But for some people, they just collect everything, you know. And between me with all my medical issues, as some of you know, it's like some people collect stamps or butterflies or hockey cards. I collect specialists. I have a cardiologist, a rheumatologist, a neurologist, nephrologist. Collect them all. I have more business cards from specialists than I have credit cards and stuff like that in my wallet. Anyway, so I haven't been here for a while, and that happened about a month ago, and I was in no shape to do a video. So now, and then I have a mark here up in the forehead. Looking at the camera, at the monitor, it's there. Okay. So that's been treated 4 times by a dermatologist just to be on the safe side, because it's cancer does run in my family apparently, and he zapped it with about 10-12 days ago. I got zapped with this what's it called, the liquid nitrogen. Ooh, is that painful? I mean, I've been hit by 85-mile-an-hour hockey pucks. Doesn't bother me. I've been stitched up. The stitching doesn't bother me, but man, that cold stuff that hurts. So I was left with a huge bullseye on my forehead. So again, I wasn't going to do a video with that thing up there between the bloody ear and this thing over here. So anyway, I'm back today to tell you that I have survived throwing myself at the wall. Just thought it would be a good idea to smash my head and shoulder into the wall and my hip into the floor, and see what came up. Well, we went to the New Vaughan Hospital, Cartolucci. It sounds like something out of The Sopranos. But a really brand new hospital. They took me right away, which was really, really good. Don't know much about it because I was... Now, the ambulance ride to the hospital, that almost killed me. I was in the stretcher, and they strap you down. And I had one of the medics with me, and she was trying to do whatever she was doing. And the driver of this truck must have hit speed bumps and potholes and stuff, and she must have gone around a corner on 2 wheels, because I was I was holding on to the gurney for dear life. I thought for sure I would, then you can't move, the gurney's bolted in. But I've never been inside an ambulance before, not in a long, long, long time. Usually I accompany people who go to the hospital following the ambulance. So for me, this was something new. And the poor medic that was with me was looking for supplies. And everywhere she looked, we're out of supplies, we're out of supplies, we're out of supplies. I don't have that. I don't have this. I said, do you have a blanket? I'm a little bit, it's cold in here. She couldn't find a blanket. By the time she was finished looking, we were there already. Brand new hospital. They took me right away. The doctor says to me, the doctor says, what did you do? Like, are you the other guy in a fight? You're the other guy. And I went, the wall hit me. And he went, okay. So they did an x-ray, nothing was broken. And then he takes a look at my ear, he says, I've never seen that before. How did you do that? I said, I hit a wall. He says, temple on the glasses? No, it wasn't that. It was the wall itself. Anyway, so he's stitching me up, and things are moving, and if I'm totally grossing you out again, I apologize. So he's calling over other doctors, and he says, take a look at this. Have you seen this? I haven't seen that before. Let's see. Watch what it moves. He says, and he freezes it. He says, won't hurt now. He lied. He froze the front part, and he's busy stitching the back part. I said, wouldn't it be a good idea, if you're freezing it, to let the freezing kick in? Oh, we don't have time for that. Okay. Anyway, so he stitched everything up. So that's where I've been. I had a cold for a week, and when I get, I don't usually get a cold. But with the drugs I'm on, well, the drugs I'm on can kill me. The drugs I'm on for anti-rejection stuff, that's the drugs are the most dangerous thing. But anyway, it's better. I'm feeling more like myself. And for literally 2 months, it was, should I go make a video? No, not today. How about today? No, not today. Today you got me. So I'm now over my problems with ear and hip and shoulder, and I had a cold, and someone else had this and someone else had that. So and an update on my wife, who, if you remember, back in November, December, January, had lost, because of a spinal thing, had lost the use of her hands and feet. She couldn't walk, she couldn't do anything. Well, now she's with the operation back in the end of February, March, April, May, June, so it's been 4 months. And she's motoring around, doing really well, sometimes walking without a cane, sometimes with a walker, sometimes with both, doing stuff around the house, and that's marvelous, because if we had waited 2 more weeks beyond when she had the operation, she probably would have been in a wheelchair for the majority of her life. So we got it. It was emergency surgery, so that was good. So we're tired of seeing the insides of hospitals. I know I am. Anyway, that's that. So I'm not going to take up too much time today. Just to let you know, I'm back, and I will be doing these, I promise you, on a little more regular basis, providing this stupid computer over here allows me to do so. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get a new computer. But I do have one thing I have to show you. You saw this up on my wall where my office was. Okay? I don't know if many of you know the story. Okay. So in 1983 or 84, first couple of years I was at Westwood, I had 2 students, Peter Juhas and Andy Juhas. Peter was the guitarist and Andy was the drummer. Peter was the older one. Anyway, at some point in time during the year, they had asked me to do something, to arrange something for them, to write something out. And I kept telling them, when I get around to it, I got so much stuff on my desk, when I get around to it. One day Peter walks in with this. And I said, what's this? He says, it's a round to it. So I said, what do you mean a round to it? He says, you kept telling me you'd get the stuff done when you got around to it. So here is your round to it. Now, could you please get the stuff done? And I did. I thought it was brilliant. I don't know where he got the idea from, but it was absolutely brilliant, and I've held on to it. If it was 83, almost 40 years. Now, I don't know if I lost track of Peter and Andy a long time ago, but if anybody knows the whereabouts of Peter Juhas or Andy Juhas, let them know that I still have this, and that I have a lot of other stuff that people have given me over the years. Some of it is behind me, so I value it I'm very nostalgic. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. It's short, it's sweet, it's 15 minutes long. Hopefully this doesn't potentially kill the video. Or that stupid machine will kill the video, one of the two. I mean, it runs on gerbils inside that machine. If you guys have any comments about the things you want me to talk about, I know it's long overdue. I'm going to post this on Facebook. I'm going to post it on Twitter. I never post anything on Twitter, but I will. Spread the word. And you tell me what topics you want me to talk about other than Stage Crew. I know that. That's a given, and I have enough tales for that. But the Stage Crew is only a limited number of people. There are more people who took music in band or in some of the other classes that I taught. And I have stories about the other classes. I have stories about questions that I've been asked in civics, for example, or Canadian history. And I'll tell you all about them. And brilliant questions, absolutely brilliant, and some dumb questions too. So I have more stories to come, and I know that I've already gone through a bunch of videos. So when you make sure that you tell people, do a subscription below, click the button, and write some comments. And if I get 20 views, I'm good. I'm not looking for a widespread thing, but it would be nice to get a few more views, and it would be nice if I did a few more videos. I know that. I'm doing it. Promise. I used to be a Boy Scout. I don't know if you knew that. That's where I learned to tie knots and help old women cross the street, which I actually didn't do that. I pushed the women into... No, I didn't do that either. Yeah, so... I used to be a lot of things. I should tell you about some of my... I sold radios and TVs and stereos at some of the high-end shops. In fact, I have a few pieces around here that are very high-end, hi-fi stereo equipment. And I have stories about that and what customers came in and asked for. Like one customer came in and asked me if it was possible to play FM. Like the radios used to come with two speakers because they were stereo. That was FM. FM was stereo. That was different back then. So one lady came in and she said, "Can I play FM out of one stereo and AM out of the other?" Sorry, FM out of one speaker and AM out of the other. No. Why not? Because that's where I finally got the idea. If I gave them an explanation, they'd be looking at me like... So I just said, because you can't. Well, is there someone else I can talk to? No, you're purchasing a $22 radio made by Lloyd's, which is famous for putting everything on a motherboard that big and putting it in a case this large, so you think you're buying quality. Anyway, it's enough. Enough with me. I will speak to you very soon. Anyway, that's my excitement. Nice to see you again, except for you over there, that one. Put on some clothes. And we'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.